Hi guys, and welcome to Savvy Zen Organizer. I'm going to show you guys some techniques I use to keep my kitchen organized and functional for me. So take a look at the coffee station in the first cabinet. This one has all the coffee products that I need to make my coffee in the morning, any kind of overflow storage for coffee pods and things like that. Here I use different containers to label and just to be able to describe what's in the containers. And I use this one for like coffee pods. And over here I'll use this container here, and I put like little creamers in here for guests when they come over. And I purchased this from Amazon. It's like a little coffee caddy. And then here you see they have coffee cups. You can put your sugars in there, coffee pods, the creamers. And over here you have your tops to go in the coffee cup, some stirrers and spoons. So it works great when company comes over, or even for myself, if I want to leave out with my coffee, I can just grab a cup and go out the door. And just keep the coffee cups and stuff here on the top shelf. So any kind of extra storage goes in this top cabinet right there. Over here, I use this cabinet for anything I use, like I take my lunch to work, so I'll take this, use this cabinet to store all my plastic items that I can take out of the house, and they're microwavable, so this way I can have my storage containers there. Then in this cabinet on this side of the room, turn the camera so you'll be able to see over here. This one has all the, I'm gonna bring the camera closer so you can see this cabinet here. So bear with me. Okay, can you guys see that? This cabinet has containers that I labeled for my pasta, grits, breadcrumbs, anything, dry goods, and they're in these containers here. And these are also like boxes of rice and things like that, brown rice. This little caddy I purchased from Target, which is great because it's right in the corner, and I put like salad dressing and things like that. Behind here I have this canned storage. So I don't use a lot of canned goods. So if I do need something, it's all in this little caddy right there in the storage container. And on the top I wrote on this cabinet here, snacks. And I put the snacks up high because I try to avoid eating a lot of snacks. So if they're up high, I kind of wait, I will think twice about grabbing a snack so easily. So that's one. Over here, this cabinet has like all the seasoning and things in it. Let's see if you can see this cabinet. Okay, yeah. So this one has a storage unit here for your spices. So you can put all your seasoning and things like that in here, and anything else that you use for seasoning your food or sauces and things like that can go in this one. So that's great to have, and it takes up no space and makes the cabinet so much more organized. For this cabinet, I'll use for plates and things like that. I don't know if you can see inside this cabinet. I'll bring the camera closer. This one has the dishes in there, and pots, Pyrex dishes and things like that I use for cooking. This cabinet I love because I have all my glasses in here, and I don't use a lot of glass. I don't have a lot of storage for things like that because it's only me and my husband, so I have enough for guests, of course, if they come by. But, just minimize what I need in the cabinet. And on the top shelf, I use this cabinet for like drinking glasses and stuff that I'm taking outside of the house, or just little storage stuff. I have another cabinet here that I use for large items that won't fit in the shorter cabinet. So this one works great to be able to put stuff in there. Trying to get this camera right. And then just label those containers like they're too tall to go in the upper cabinet. So works fine just to have things that I don't need to have on the top shelf anyway. But if it's a tall container, then it works perfect down there. See that? course I labeled everything. This cabinet is over the refrigerator, so it holds like things, appliances that I'm not using on a daily basis. So that's my storage area for this items. You know, so this way I'll have things out of the way, but I know exactly where they are, and just be able to get access to them and keep myself a little step stool so I can get to them. And right here by the refrigerator. Platters and things like that, baking dishes. Right here under your stove, that's what that drawer is for large baking goods. And it doesn't get hot or anything when you use an oven, so nothing's gonna melt, you know. So if you have servers and plates, large platters, then you can use this cabinet for that. And it takes up no space. Dishes. I have china dishes that I don't use unless I'm entertaining, mostly for holidays or something like that. And if I have any kind of large containers that I use for entertaining, I'll put them in here and just things like that. So it keeps everything nice and neat and, you know, dust free. So I can put things like that in here, and it's a lot of storage, and it worked great, and they were not expensive, and I got them from the Container Store. So that is what that is for. I call this my holiday entertaining cabinet. You guys know how much I love my smoothie bar. So I bought this from the Container Store. It's awesome because it has a shelf so I can store my ingredients here for my smoothies, and I just put labels on them so I'll know exactly what's in the containers. One thing I do is start putting the date on them so they don't expire before, you know, I get a chance to use them. I don't make smoothies every day, but I try to at least twice a week make myself a nice smoothie. I have in this cabinet all my paper goods, you know, like if I'm having a party or guests are coming over, I just don't feel like washing dishes, then I'll use this cabinet here for my plastic containers and paper plates and cups. And it's a decorative container, so it doesn't look like, you know, something out of the way. And just close it up, and it looks pretty, and no one would know the difference, you know? But, yeah, that's what I use that for. And I love that cabinet. In this cabinet, I have the wine glasses, things like that. You know, just some storage in the server that I don't use constantly. But it's good for storage for extra glasses and things like that. Little wine glasses, shot glasses and stuff like that for when you're entertaining, you know.